Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Nerd Mode On, and today is Wednesday, so we have yet again another episode of Would You Rather. This is a video series where I'll be going over approximately 5 questions and answering them in the most appropriate manner. So with the rules and guidelines reviewed, let's start off the episode. So coming in at our first Would You Rather question, I have, would you rather live in a world where there are no problems, or live in a world where you rule? Now, of course, being the person I am, I would love to live in a world where I rule, considering that I think it would be an interesting position to have, as well as I figure I can fix some of the problems that society has by itself, which in those cases I think would be a positive. However, there are always negatives to everybody that rules, and I think I would have some interesting ones by themselves. I don't think everybody would be safe. I don't think my world would probably be the best place or the best top 5 listing for them, but I think it would be an interesting time by itself, and I think it would also impose some differences that our society just doesn't have, and I think that would fix some of the minute mistakes that we've made in the past, but at the same expense, create some new ones. So no matter how you look at it, you're not going to win everything, but I figure it'd be an interesting position to occupy, as well as something that would be pretty interesting to just put on your listings of things that you've accomplished or had the luxury of doing in your lifetime. Coming in at our second question, I have, would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long? Now, of course, I think the lottery is pretty important, considering that most of the time the lottery is a pretty substantial amount of money, and if you're not absolutely stupid, then you can pretty much put a lot of the money in the bank and have interest occupy it, as well as then never have to work again, which is extremely viable to me. That's something that I'd be extremely interested in, considering that I don't like working for other companies. I don't like to make them more money, considering that it doesn't benefit me in the long run. Now, of course, every paycheck is nice, but if you look at how much money that corporation is making, you are such a minute priority when it comes to their day-to-day actions. And that's unfortunate. You know, I wish there was a lot more respect for the workforce, but that's just not how this stuff works out. You're going to probably work for your next 70 years and make basically no money, which in that case is not awesome. And I think being able to kind of hit the jackpot is pretty nice by itself. And I think being able to set yourself up for success as well as future generations is exceptionally important. And of course, I would just be extremely interested in something like that if it ever came true. Coming in at our third question, I have, would you rather get a dream vacation for 2 weeks or spend 5 days with anyone in the world, but you must stay in your hometown? Now, of course, my hometown's not very interesting by itself. We don't really have a whole lot around here that's exceptionally important when it comes down to entertainment value. However, I think going on a dream vacation would be something that'd be really interesting for me personally, considering that I imagine you're going to go with friends and family, and that would just really enhance and amplify the experience by itself and make it a lot more memorable, as well as there are some pretty cool places in the world, and I think that'd be nice to be able to put that in your list of things that you visited. Coming in at our fourth question, I have, would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death? Now, of course, I'm going to go with know the exact date of my death, considering that it allows me to get some of the stuff off of my bucket list that I find very important, as well as hopefully advancing the bucket list by itself. I think it gives you a perception of when you're going to die. It allows you to really get forward with the actions that you want to occupy, as well as enjoy the things in life that life has to offer. Now, of course, with that said, the main thing about life now is that you never know when you're going to perish, and that's kind of one of the most feared things I think people have, is just dying without remorse, and that's something that can definitely be exceptionally interesting when it comes to the emotional side of things. Now, of course, with that said, I feel like this gives you a perception and allows you to really get forward with the things that you want to occupy, and hopefully making the lasting days of your existence on this planet a lot more enjoyable, as well as hopefully setting up your future generations for success when it comes down to the main gist of it. And finally, coming in at question 5, I have, would you rather have a rewind button in your life or a pause button in your life? Now, of course, rewind button I figure would be extremely overpowered, considering that I'd just abuse it consistently. That way, I'd be able to live the moments in my life that I found to be most memorable, as well as hopefully making the correct option when it comes down to it to hopefully set myself up for the future, which in that case would hopefully be successful. And that's definitely something I'm interested in, and I think that'd be pretty awesome. Now, I can see the appeal of the pause button, but I figure if you're going to get shot or something, you can probably move out of the way, but I figure that's really the only benefit it's going to offer in that accord. But of course, maybe if you're in the military, that might be very appealing, but unfortunately, I am not in that position, and I'm just a standard little civilian. So I'm going to go with the rewind button to kind of enjoy the things in life that it has to offer, as well as continually do things with the knowledge that I maintained. But anyway, guys, this has been this episode of Would You Rather. Of course, if you guys would like to answer the questions for yourself, I do have them all in the description of the video, so you guys can go through there and kind of answer them the way that you see fit. Now, of course, if you guys would like to leave any constructive feedback, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And until the next episode, guys, I will see you then. And this is NMO, and I'm going to be signing out, guys. Peace.